My name is Youngram Park, and I teach classes in the Department of Silver Industry, but I'm a social worker by training. So first of all, this is many of the Korean students are in my class this semester, which is on leisure and cultural activities for older people. Literally, the name of the class. So we learn about different programs and different companies and agencies which provide different recreational programs and cultural programs for older people. So they're joining you today. And so what I'm going to do for about 10 minutes is to give you a brief introduction of who we are and what we do, and so open up for discussion later on. And Professor Lee will talk about the situation in the States for Korean students in Korean, so that we can ask questions to each other afterwards. Okay? All right. We'll focus on training young people to be ready for aging society, which is a big agenda all around the world. So this is where I used to study. I don't know how many of you will recognize the city. It's a Space Needle. The first Starbucks shop was opened in the city of Seattle. So I stayed there for about 8 years to get my PhD in social work, and then I came to Korea and did my research in other research institute, and came to Gangnam University in 2004. So almost 20 years. So what we do in the Department of Silver Industry is we teach and learn about gerontology and business management. So this is a very unique curriculum. I think this is the only one in the whole world where we have a particular class, curriculum on silver industry. And the term silver industry is in a way, very Korean. In the States, there is a term called silver industry. I think you talk about longevity economy, business boomers, baby boomers business, and senior business, and other words. But in Korea, we used to call it a silver industry and age-friendly industry as well. So basically, we have foundation classes on gerontology. So we try to learn what the aging experience is like. So this is me, how I aged from my 20s to my 60s. So you can see how people age physically and mentally and in all aspects. So what we try to teach students is to understand the process of aging. So this is very important, so that we become more sensitized to what it is like to become an older person. So why did we start the project 20 years ago? By the way, I don't know if you recognize this picture, but this is outside this building. You happen to be visiting Gangnam University in a festival season. Anyway, so the global aging has been a big agenda for many of us, and population aging, as you know, is a very serious issue. We are the fastest aging country in the whole world. So now there are about a little bit more than 18% of the population who are over the age of 65. But it will be with the increasing number of the baby boomers going into their older age, in less than 10 years in Korea, half of the population will be 50 and plus. So that's an amazing situation right now, and you can see that the baby boomers are getting older, and I am one of the baby boomers who are about 7 million people in Korea. So the whole population in Korea is much smaller than the US, but still the percentage of the older people is very high, and it's related to the fertility rate, which is very low in Korea. So we are worried about people are getting older and living longer, so it's a good news. But at the same time, we are faced with the poverty, loneliness, and the illness. So these are some of the issues that we are really worried about. And in Korea, even though we have gone a long way with all different policies and different measures, we still have very much of the disparity between the rich and the poor. There are many people living by themselves themselves, and we have increasing number of people with dementia, and also issues of elder abuse and other social problems as well. So in Korea since 1981, we have been constructing different legal instruments to protect and provide welfare services for older people. And in 2006, the government created what's called the Act on Promotion of Age-Friendly Industry. So people felt that there are so many older people, government cannot by themselves to do all the work. So we are inviting the private sectors and individuals to promote something that will create new engine for industry. And so Korea is not doing too well in terms of preparedness for aging society. So we ranked about 60th among 100 countries. So we are on the bottom, the orange, in the middle orange sector. So we are trying to move ourselves toward more better age-friendly society as well. So we came to a conclusion that we need a new specialist in this time who understand aging and be able to design innovative products and services for older people and who are equipped with age-friendly perspectives. So in 2004, we started this project with some government funding and opened the new department in 2006. So it's a whole new curriculum, and the faculty consists of people with background in social work, health, and business management, economics as well. So I think you'll be in one of these classes later on. But so we are trying to have these young people understand what it's like to be aging. So it's an aging simulation project that we are going through. So we are trying to have a perspective about aging as a business. So we are trying to learn about the different theory and practice skills and be ready to go into different fields. So health and long-term care, finance, education, cultural activities, and housing as well. So there are different, when we talk about silver industry, the term is still not very defined in one way. So people think about this as different areas. So when we talk about different companies, there are particular companies who are the startups. So they mainly focus on consumers who are in certain age group. But in most of the companies, they have been producing different products and services. And at certain point, they find that they need to find new way to develop products for new consumers who are getting older. So this is a big shift in the industry in Korea right now. So we try to have more field-oriented education on campus and outside the campus. So we go out to the community with the students to do different projects. We have been doing different programs in community centers, and we used to run this happy campus for baby boomers till last year. But unfortunately, this year we are we haven't completely stopped, but we are trying to get some funding to maintain this project. So we go to different exhibitions and try to get different experiences. So this is what's going on. So for the past 20 years, I think there's an increasing interest in this area of business management and also policy approaches. And after the COVID, digital transformation of age-friendly industry has become a new issue. So there are different housing complexes in Korea and long-term care facilities, different devices being developed, and there are different robots and artificial intelligence and all these high technologies being adapted into different products being used for older people. And there are new startups focusing on new lifestyles of the older people. We have magazines and platforms and like different companies focusing on travel and cultural activities for older people. So I think it's a really exciting time for Korean students and also for all of us, because the whole world is aging and there are many opportunities, and hopefully this is a very small project that we are here together, but hopefully we'll grow into a bigger partnership later on. So last last year in November, I went to Chicago to attend this Leading Age conference, and I was really amazed that there were about 1,000 people who are part of the housing and long-term care industry in the States only. So I was like one of the very small group of foreigners, but I think we have a lot to exchange with each other. So that's my brief introduction of who we are. And I tried to gather some questions from my students before you arrived. So we are not going into this question right now, but one of my students asked, what is the most popular leisure activities among the American seniors? So maybe later on some of you can answer this. And the second question is, what is the situation of naturally occurring retirement community in the States? How popular is the North model? And what are the similarities and differences among different models like CCRC and UBRC? So are there any government support to create the North? So this is one of my students who had big questions for me. So anyway, so this is my presentation, and I will give the floor to Professor